Hello. Yo. Hello. Hello. Hey, Callie, can you hear me? I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, cool. First time, I want to make sure. Trying to get a link, but my computer is being weird. I can't get to the page on my phone, so I can't share it to Instagram. Are you on your phone? Sweet, Kelly. Thank you. My computer, I think I'm like eating up the bandwidth with the live video, so it wasn't letting me share anything on there. Anyway. How you doing? All right. What's up, John? Oh, Kevin. There's another John that might be stopping in, so all right. How's everyone? Talk to me. I think I already have one from your mom, Kevin, lined up. Hey, Marcy. Cool. I got one from, I owe Matt one. Callie. Mrs. Heyman. Sarah Heyman. That's 3 so far. You can see them lined up behind me here. Oh, and also, yeah, he's okay, well, all right, let's do this here. Thank you all for coming and having this little celebration with me. It's weird because I can't hear a single sound, so I'm just sitting in dead silence talking. I should turn on music, but then you'd hear music. All right, we'll do Matt's first since he called it first. And you all should probably know I haven't had like a drink in a couple months. So cheers. So this is Pub Beer Lager. Hey, Cammy. Pub Beer Lager from local Portland. I don't know. It's cheap. We'll see how it tastes. It's the APV. Oh, no. I thought I was getting a low APV. It's 5%. There's Matt's. I did not intend to get a 5% beer for this. Oh, boy. All right, one down. So I don't know what anybody wants to do, but usually there's like an ask me anything of this kind of thing. So I think in between beers to give me a little bit of a break. If anybody has like any questions about the book or anything, or just wants to chat, I don't know. Let me know. Give me something to talk about. I can see if I can get Hal to Hal. That's always fun. Yeah, always. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. We're gonna see if we can get into Hal here. Are you ready? Oh. Oh. No. Okay, maybe not. It takes him a little while to get worked up, and then he gets all fired up. It's pretty fun, but I don't know. Okay. Inspiration for this. Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of like pausing the verb. Inspiration for this series. I honestly don't remember. I think some of it has to do with some of it. I owe some of it to The Last of Us, to be honest. Dark Tower, for sure. John Hawthorne is definitely like a very Roland-esque figure, and his daughter's house is in a lot of ways his Dark Tower. So there's that element to it for sure. As for where the idea came from, 100 different places or no place at all. I don't know. It's been a while since I started. Started working on it 3 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, which means probably had the idea about 4 years ago. It's kind of been cooking for a long time. But I figure here today, before this is done, we can share the cover for the second volume on this video, if anybody wants to see it. So I haven't actually shared that one yet. Daniele's done 4 covers for the series so far. It's pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. But yeah, no, it's a fun thing for sure. I mean, it's awesome. I don't know if you can see this, but Alice holding on to. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alice is holding onto my leg right now. I'm obsessed. But Kevin. Yeah. Okay, so I guess to keep up, number 2. I don't know if is your mom here, Kevin? Should I wait for hers just in case she shows up, or I'll do Callie's next. Maybe they'll start to go down easier after the first one, but maybe I'll just get more full too. And I figure after this, if anybody wants to do a Zoom call, we can all kind of like have a room to chat in. That would be fun. So you're not just staring at my face. But I'll probably need somebody else to set that up by that point in time. So. All right. Thank you, Callie. And thank you, Marcy. I see you picked one up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all for coming. Thank you. It's nice to have a little company. It's been a long time in quarantine. Okay. What's up? Oh man, full already. But I set up a contingency plan in case I had to, bow out because I couldn't keep up with how many people were getting, and I figured. So about a week ago, I bought a special hat off of Amazon. I have a feeling you guys are going to get to see me wear it based off of just the first couple. All right. Yeah. So what are you all doing? What you all drinking? Anybody? Am I drinking alone right now? See, I wonder if he's gonna get a make it now since I think he was gonna until he was, it was on Facebook. Backable. Oh, nice, Kevin. Nice, Kevin. What you making for dinner? So let's see. I think I owe 4, right? 4 drinks? 4 beers? Nice. Nice. What scenes you talking about? The old guy? The sprinkler? Maybe? It's been a long time since I've seen The Happening. All I remember about The Happening is mostly I remember Mark Wahlberg talking the whole movie like somebody was pinching his nuts. And it was kind of funny. And then there's definitely some creepy stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab the second one. All right. So here is the cover for the second one. Can you see it? My video camera is not great. But yeah, Danielle is awesome. If anybody missed it, let me know. Oh yeah, like the lawnmower and stuff. Oh, thank you, Marcy. Did you end up starting today, the first one? I gotta be a little careful talking about some of the specifics in the first one because I know some people here haven't read it yet. Cool. All right, number 3, you guys. If I must. Yeah, it's just a lot of liquid. Yeah. No worries if you don't, of course. No hurry. Oh, that's cool to hear. Thank you. All right, who's this one for? I just want to make sure nobody feels left out. And if I'm missing one, remind me. I know more people have bought it than are here. But hey, Miss Amon, this one's for you. This is my third. I've got the 2 proof of the first 2 here. But yeah, I probably shouldn't have eaten so much before this. And for everybody, Kevin has been getting me drunk longer than anyone I know. And his mom was also in the chat now. I still call her Miss Hammond, just throw it back to the days of being a kid. Programmed. I got sick for the first time drinking at her house when I was in high school. She was gone. When I was after high school, it was a graduation party. But there was a stain on her stairs that was there for a long time. And okay, no more secrets. But yeah, that was an embarrassing story for me, in case anybody wanted to hear those. But okay, number 3. It's the fullness that makes it hard. Oh yeah, Kevin did. Kevin wouldn't let them come up to see me until the taser came out. Yeah, no, I thought I was gonna have to tap out because I got too buzzed at some point. But it's definitely gonna be getting too full. That does it. My apologies. Anybody? Oh yeah, I'm already there. So I'm just like swollen. I thought I was gonna eat to make sure I had some food in me. Turns out I just filled myself up. Well, I might not be able to be a champ about too much of this. Unless we put a pause on things. Whew. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Since I already failed on the third chug, and since like sitting here listening to me burp is probably not the most exciting thing, I'm not going to quit. But I am going to have to buy myself some more time. But I think you all deserve the hat, right? Okay, talk more before beers. I don't know. I just want people waiting. Probably wants the hat. See if I can finish this one at least. Number 3. Already full of regret. Yeah, it was a struggle. It's 36 ounces more than it is the alcohol. I'll get there, but I'm going to need a little break after that one. But you need to see the hat. I'll be back. You all ready for this? There it is. Poop hat. My dog thinks it's a. Here, come here. Come on. See, the thing is, my dog thinks it's a stuffed animal for him, so He's gonna run away with it. Yeah. He's like, give me my toy, Dad. I know that's mine. See? You're being so good. He's like trying to restrain himself, but he also really just wants it. You can have it if you want. I think they wouldn't mind. So, excuse me, a little backstory on our life here. He, so I model any characters, and that's a good question. There's always like a little piece of somebody in characters. There's always like a little bit of, I don't know, like a little piece of like people here and there. I'm trying to think like specifically. Kevin, he was a little bit of Joel in Poor Things. The beers are starting to settle in. And I told you I'm a lightweight. So it's been months since I've had a drink. So yeah, there's a little bit of that. I mean, drawn a little bit from people here and there. There's some life stuff that went into Maria's character that I owe to my my ex. Just like natural. Yeah, well, I mean, I dedicated that book. Dedicated Poor Things. Poor Things is my third novel that I published. It's about goings on in a small town, coming of age horror, heavy metal, adventure. A lot of, if you hear a squeak, that's how he's decided that since I haven't given him this toy, he's going to get his own toy. So there you go. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, yeah. So we have somebody in the chat who's definitely been an inspiration for some of it. There's elements of stuff that like anybody and everybody kind of goes. I mean, you don't even really notice where some of it starts or stops. Like I don't sit down and write a character like, oh, this person is that person. But you might take somebody's like impulsiveness or their bravery or like a situation and kind of those things work themselves in to like naturally into a story. Something that fits in, or being in a relationship for a long time with somebody, that turns into its own like naturally influences things a little bit over the course of time. You get just like life experience stuff, but it doesn't mean like somebody is somebody. But I mean, obviously that's not the question. Just so I guess the answer would be like I don't model anybody out of the character, but you're always kind of drawing from stuff. Yourself even. You can't help it. It's, the only way you get stuff really. I mean, that and other fiction, people you meet. Yeah, but a little bit of backstory with me and Hal. So whenever a box comes to the door, he has to be a part of opening it to see what's inside. And my mom, me too sometimes, but mostly my mom. Can you guys hear him squeaking his toy? he's going nuts because I haven't given him the poop hat yet. I promised it to him after this was over. But anything that comes to the door, he has to be a part of opening it up. And he thought this was his. So when I opened it up, he grabbed it and he ran away with it. And then I had to take it from him and put it into like the coronavirus quarantine zone just for a couple days. So now I brought it out, put it on my head, and he's like, "Oh, my toy, finally." So, you know, that's our life. And yeah, how are y'all doing? Easter eggs. In this one, let's see. I saw your post, Callie. Are you joking? Because that's what the checkout lady said. Okay, that's a side thing. Sorry, we're all distracted. But I'm getting distracted. So, I mean, in my hungry, can you even hear me over my dog? Okay, thanks, God. Because that's what that checkout person told me. I never saw her again. But yeah, so my hungry friend has a reference to my first novel, The Safe. This book, he hasn't actually gone for it all day, but I guess right now that he knows it's the right time. So yeah, I'm trying to think of any. Probably not so many Easter eggs in this particular volume. It's oh hey Raj. I met Raj, everyone, through oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, he is. He's a ham. I bet I could get him to howl, but it's just it would like require me to debase myself because he needs motivation. He needs to feel like he's howling with me. When the siren goes by, he runs to me now and he's like, "Can we do it?" And I'm like, "Okay, fine." But then I have to howl to start him. That's the thing. So the bachelor life, it's the guy and his dog, right? And yeah. So anyway, not too many Easter eggs in either of these so far, but a couple of my other stuff. I don't know how many of you are familiar with everything. My first book was The Safe. Second was Long Grief. Third is Four Things, and then I have shorter Hungry Friend before Nightfall. And some of those, like there's a mental institution and The Safe that gets referenced in my Hungry Friend, but like small stuff, nothing too crazy. So yeah. I mean, if anybody has any more questions, I'd be happy to answer them. If not, I would love to do a Zoom chat with some of you folks. Oh, best vegan fast food. Okay, actually, part of the reason I did a little takeout for this from the Next Level Burger. Still have more food in there, but I think it's gonna be a while before I get to it based off of how much space is taken in my stomach. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah. So Next Level Burger is like a burger joint that's in a couple of places. Super. It's really good. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, it's nice to work in a couple things here and there. I always enjoy like the subtle references that authors put from like one work to another. Some people always talk about Stephen King, but there's no bigger inspiration for me. And hell, one of my if I had to list like top 5, it'd be King, Barker, and honestly, another top 5 would be Joe Hill. So like 2 of them are even in the family. Okay, can I ask people here, let's start up here with some like book talk, because I know we're in a book crowd, except for mostly. Have any of you actually read like Full Throttle? I know that book wasn't well received super well received in the community, but I just read Full Throttle and I loved it. Full Throttle was amazing. Anyone? Oh, no worries. There's a story in there called Late Returns, and it's just like a love letter to libraries. If you've ever read pop art, like Late Returns gave me some real kind of like pop art energy sort of vibes. Joe Hill, he's the same guy who did Nosferatu. So this tattoo is inspired by Nosferatu. Can you see it? Anybody? Okay. You all know Nosferatu. I know I've talked about it, like this, where this is from, what part of Nosferatu. But if you've read the book, you probably get the reference like offhand. But anyway, Full Throttle was amazing. It would be really easy for me to talk about books, like other people's books. If anybody wants to ask me anything about, I don't know, whatever. And also too, if you're kind of like feeling your attention waning and want to move on to the next phase of things, don't feel like you need to stick around. Or like, I appreciate the hello and popping in and say hi. And I also, right now, I am reading Horrorstör by Grady Hendrix. It took me a little while to get into it because I wasn't super sold on the physical paperback format of it right off the bat. But you've all seen the inside of Horrorstör, right? So you've got a book that's kind of like, it's very wide in your hands because it's got pages that are advertisements, and it's got these big gutters. So you open it up and there's big empty spaces where the prose sits, and then there's like the white space, the gutter. And the pages are also white instead of cream, which I can't explain. So okay, I should step forward here and say I'm loving this book. I mean, it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun and it's unique. I'm looking forward to this other stuff too. What should I read next, Callie? But it just took me a little while to start because of the format. I read a Hardy Boys book when I was in elementary school. I read like a Hardy Boys book a day when I was in elementary school for about a full year. I read the whole series. And I remember I got like the stomach flu or something as I was reading one that had white pages instead of cream pages. And ever since then, there's been like a subtle association between nausea and white pages in books. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I've always like instinctually, when I open up a book and see a white page, I'm like, you know, right? Yeah, so I'll go grab it. Hold on. Where's So it's it really honestly the format has grown on me. I'm just kind of like a creature of habit. So you've got this. It's wide, and then when you open it up, you have the prose is kind of delegated off to the side on those pages, because then you have pages like this where there's an advertisement for some kind of IKEA knockoff. It's pretty clever. So okay, so next one is We Sold Our Souls. That's all. I'll pick that one up. I'm sold on him though. I think he's totally clever, and like he's got characters that are all distinct, and there's characters you like certain characters and you hate other characters, but nobody pushes into there's no tipping into this realm where you feel like he's designing or manufacturing a character for you to dislike or for you to look down upon. I really appreciate that. I think one of the biggest challenges and things that I most about like my favorite horror authors is their ability, or just like that human element. So like horror for me, yeah, Callie, I can see that being the case. I haven't gotten to an emotionally racking part, but things are taking off in this little IKEA knockoff. And so I'm a big fan of authors who remember and or like search for the humanity of their characters, whether it's their villains or the characters, like the ones that are like the supporting cast. I kind of have a hard time sometimes with books that like create a character to like play them off for a laugh, like a character you're supposed to sneer at, like somebody who's a trope of anything in particular. It could be like a let's laugh at the Trump supporter kind of trope, or a let's laugh at the stupid millennial attached to their phone kind of trope, or just anything. And it's not even a political thing. It's kind of sort of about, some of it's a little bit of like kicking for the low hanging fruit. I see that happen sometimes when that's kind of like too easy of a target, to go after. But Grady Hendrix, I find that he is. So there's a character in this book, Basil, for those who've read it. And Basil is like totally sold his soul to this company. But you learn a few endearing things about him. He's frustrating, and you laugh at him a little bit along the way. But I like that. I don't know. I think it's like I guess I've kind of been rambling around in circles here. And part of that is the 3 beers and the fact that I haven't had a drink in so long. You got what you signed up for, right? Listening to Daniel go off on the tangent. But I like when authors intentionally search for the humanity in their characters. I think horror authors, I don't know, I feel like there's a responsibility for that, honestly. Like, books succeed or fail on that. margin for me a lot of the time. And not always. I mean, sometimes you can like collect like a book that's just like a collection of the nastiest characters and pit them against each other and kill them off. But usually, usually you need like it's the humanity that you remember at the end of the day. If anybody has anything to add to anything, or like Daniel, shut the fuck up, like you're on a fucking tangent and you're rambling, let me know. I can change gears, but that's one of the things I like appreciate about old Stephen King, and it's something that I've read in. Like, there's an old message board user who talked about it really neatly. If you look at old Stephen King's work, and it's not to say that it changed. I think the middle portion of his career did to some extent, but Stephen King was always the best at finding the humanity. Like, whether it was, in Misery with Number One Greatest Fan, you of the book I've read, what characters, referring to Grady Hendrix or Callie? I mean, oh, it's any author. I mean, that's a long list. Number of characters from The Stand, particularly the original cut. Any number of these, like any of these topics, I could just get on a soapbox about and bore you all to death. But I would say that. How many of you have read the original version of The Stand? Anybody? Because the difference between Fran in the original version and the uncut version is so wide, right? Okay, so you have Callie. I vastly prefer the original. I don't know if I'll ever read the uncut again because the character work in the original is unparalleled. But in any case, I see you, Kevin, trying to get me drink another beer. Stumbling over words already. 3, I told you, right? Lightweight. But I will soon. It's my stomach's not quite ready for it yet. I just stopped. I just stopped. Raj, you can't find The Stand anywhere. The original, it's hard. It's hard to find. It's definitely hard to find for cheap. I looked out. I found it at Powell's one day for free, or not, like for $4, so basically free. And it is now being held together with tape because the cover like fell off while I was reading it. It's an old book, but it's a book that fits a lot better in the 70s because it's very much everything with Trash Can Man and finding the weapons like left around in the desert. It's all post Cold War fears and all that stuff. It's not that he didn't do a good job translating it to the 90s. It's just a 70s book through and through. It is a 70s book, which is, when he wrote it. And there's any number of things. My favorite characters, try to stick to Callie's question here. Recent memory, I just read The Cipher by Kathy Koja and Nakota. I loved Nakota. I don't know if any of you read The Cipher, but she was crazy and terrible, but like so unabashedly her, and such a goth. Excellent. It might help if you give me authors. If you want to know what my favorite characters are, narrow down to an author. That might help my slightly reeling brain focus. But So, Raj, you've read. Are you referring to the Cipher? Or Fran from Stan? Okay, the Cipher. I mean, I'm guessing the Cipher because it doesn't really fit for Franny. Yeah, she was. It's just. I have a good friend that a lot of you probably know, but Cody. He describes like just how unabashedly '90s goth the Cipher is. It's so true. Yeah, just so '90s goth. Just like depressed people working at like a Blockbuster. They got a hole in their closet. It's a wild ride. So I met, for people who are following the chat, I met Rod through Wattpad. And hold on just 1 second. Sorry, folks. I have people who are trying to find people are trying to find me after my relocation from Facebook to Twitter, and sending me messages. I'm kind of ignoring it because I'm trying not to be that guy. But in any case, yeah, no. Favorite characters, honestly. I mean, there's so many of them. It's such a hard field to narrow down. But I really connect with authors who subvert your expectations and give you an endearing moment with, well, not endearing necessarily, but sympathizing moment with a character that you thought you were going to hate, or one that you should hate. Anything. I mean, I don't know. When characters are there to be like the laughing stock of a book, of a story, and you can just tell they're ready to be like, haha, like, you suck, like, laugh at you. Like, I don't, it's kind of a turnoff for me. I don't know. It's weird because I can watch movies with characters like that, like The Jaw. You know, you're watching a slasher. Like, I can watch bad horror with like the slasher. You're like, you're waiting for like, I want to see that guy get killed. Like, it's gonna be so entertaining. But with books, it does, that kind of stuff just doesn't work for me as much. So next step after the release of this first volume. Right now I'm revising volume 4, just titled The Flashlighters. Volume 3 is Sleepwalking. Volume 5 is City of Blood. And Volume 6 will be titled Lily, After the Plane, after Marshall's plane, which is referenced in the first one. So like a couple different levels, layers of meaning to that. But I will be releasing Lullaby in August, very early August. I just kind of went for the first Tuesday, 2 months into the next Tuesday, because I think Sunday's not the best day for a release, and this particular release landed on a Sunday, but that's because I wanted it to coincide with the first line of the whole series, which is Tomorrow Died on the Last Morning of May, which is now tomorrow, or in some of your cases, if anybody's on the East Coast, in 30 minutes. After that, I expect a 2-month release schedule for hopefully for the first 6. I still have to write the 6th volume, but my plan is to get 4 revised, then 5 revised, then send those off to Mike Thorne for when he's available. I don't know if any of you know Mike Thorne. I'm sure some of you do, but he's an incredibly talented author, super nice guy, and I am so lucky to work with him. I haven't worked with an editor like him ever. I can't tell you how hard it is to find a good editor, and it's not because there aren't good editors out obviously. It's just like anything. But too often, I mean, in the past, every editor that I tried to find, they'd offer useful things, but I'd get comments like, "Oh, I enjoyed this so much, I forgot to, edit." I'm like, "Great, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it." But Mike, he has an incredible eye. His collection, Darkest Hours, was stunning, which is why I reached out to him in the first place. And then he works as an actual editor, and he's amazing. Anyway, so I'm waiting for revisions. I'm waiting for his feedback for Volume 3, and then I'm gonna do 4 and 5, and then his feedback for Volume 3. Get that one ready to go, and then I'll be writing Volume 6, and hopefully we'll have that out in time to kind of keep with the schedule of every 2 months. The series itself is going to be probably, this is always like a little bit subject to change, but I'm thinking 12 volumes total. So I'm putting a lot of eggs into this particular basket as an author. It's going to be like about half a decade, probably, or more of my life when it's said and done. More, honestly. But it's a story that I'm really enjoying, and I hope people enjoy it too. And my plan is to get those first 6 volumes out. Hey, Cody, you made it. Nice. So, if you, I'm glad to see you, man. I'm glad you can make it. Yeah, 12 volumes. I don't know, I'm a big fan of like that season format and a TV show as well too. So it's a little bit serialized format in the serialized format regard, but then also in terms of a TV show, I like that episodic kind of thing that's going on with the good TV shows out there. So there's going to be a break between Volume 6 and the remainder, but I can promise that anybody that's going to hang around that Volume 6 is going to have some big fucking bangs to end, to like put a pause note on. So that would be what I would say is like the end of the season of Nightfall, or Nightmareland, the Nightmareland Chronicles, and then hopefully I can write and get ahead again, so that I can release the remaining 6 within another year's time. But there'll probably be a wait between those 2 moments, or between 6 and 7, that halfway point, big turning point for the series. So Cody, to catch you up, I'm 3 beers in. A very shameful display. I'm already wearing the poop hat, as you can see. I've got a passed out dog next to me. He's so bored. He's so bored with me. I haven't let him have his hat. And yeah, things are good. How's work? But I will be having another beer. It's not for lack of desire. It's for lack of space in my stomach. Oh man, I'll just take your word for it here. I'll just take your word for it. But I haven't given up per se on drinking, but I am like in the deficit a little bit as far as that's concerned. I owe you one now, and you're gonna have to keep me remind me. You're gonna have to remind me who else I owe one to. I think Marcy. I owe one to Marcy. She might have stepped away. But yeah, I owe 2 more, and so something that's like a lot, like feeling really obvious now. Probably should have been obvious from the beginning is it's not good to have a big dinner before chugging a bunch of beer. Especially when when you don't drink too much. I don't drink too much. Oh, hey, bathroom watching. I'm honored. Thank you. But yeah, I've got 3 more lined up here. Can I say I'm a lightweight? My stomach's not holding up on me here. It is full. I've got 36 ounces of beer in me. Do you want to see my dog? Passed out here. There he is. Oh, I won't. I mean, so I'm not gonna. Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. I can't make any promises. But if I do, I won't do it in front of anybody. And it certainly won't be because I've had too much to drink. In terms of alcohol, it'll just be because I've had too much to drink in terms of liquid and carbonation. But I'm taking a little break on the beer front just to let my stomach recover from. I don't know. I think I put away the first 3 pretty fast, maybe a little too fast. Everybody's asleep there, right? You just go for it. I'm not gonna try to encourage you. Wait, you haven't slept in 2 days. But all right, yeah, no. I was hoping you could make it. I don't know if you saw my yeah, must have missed him. Shame. Kevin, you always outpace me though. That's the thing. You're always the pro. Oh man, that's too bad. I think he wanted to come, but then I told him it was Facebook, and he was like, "Ah, fuck that. I don't have Facebook." But then it turned out to be YouTube because Facebook had this whole lined up like it was going to be so easy. And it said you're going live in 10, 9, 8, 7, like it did the countdown and everything, and then nothing changed. And I was nothing changed. There was no button to press start. It was just done. It was nothing there. And then I couldn't even go to my upcoming schedule because it was past. It already passed it. So I had nothing and I couldn't access anything. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I checked YouTube on a whim. I was kind of in a panic, what am I supposed to do? And YouTube all of a sudden works. They have mercy on me. So I'm glad you guys can make it. Wow, I've been rambling for an hour. I appreciate you people for coming and celebrating with me here a little bit tonight. Yeah, if anybody has any other questions for me, listen, ask me anything. It doesn't have to be about books. And I'm drunk. Well, I'm not drunk, but I'm getting there. So this is the time. If you want to know stuff. Like I said, lightweight. I'll just let bubbles fade from this one for a bit. Where did I buy this hat? It was on Amazon. On Amazon, it was selling for $6 if you were willing to wait for shipping, but then there was an $11 one that had 2 Prime on it. I told Danger, I told Danger about it. He said he might stop by, but then I don't know if he noticed the change of place, so it's kind of my fault in that regard. But yeah, busy lives. There's a lot going on in the world right now, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, poor Danger. No, he's a good guy. We hang out sometimes. He comes up and watches movies with me, but it's been since the quarantine started. Yeah, he's good people. Oh, I shared this, Cody. I shared the cover for Volume 2 before you were able to come in. Yeah, all right. I've kept you guys waiting long enough. For this fourth beer. Oh, my poor stomach. Here we go. Oh, I'll be offering ARCs pretty soon. This one is a little shorter than Nightfall. And after that, I don't know if you can really see the difference in terms of thickness. Touche. Burbs, man. Burbs. Hey, I should have just called this like the Come Watch Daniel Burp release party. Cody and Kevin, so aka John on the screen name. Cody's a good friend of mine, Kevin, and we talk all the time. We met through the book community, and vice versa. Kevin, who goes by John, his first name is John Kevin Heyman. Kevin, I grew up with, so I go way back with Kevin. Every story where I did anything exciting in my youth or in my young adulthood or whatever, I owe to Kevin. I owe a lot to Kevin. Oh my God, I'm feeling the broy like hug out phase of the buzz coming in now. Like this is where I feel like I love you, man. You're my bro, man. But anyway, it's life. So I won't cry. I won't cry. I don't got your shoulder here, man. Yeah, I don't. All right, I'll continue. Also, I kind of made a mistake when it came to selecting my beer. This was sitting next to the PBR, the pub beer. It's local, and I was like, okay, it's the same price as the PBR. It's advertised as cheap fun. Same price. So I thought it was going to be similar APV, but it's actually 5%, which is nowhere near, top of the line. But I was hoping more for like that 3% beer for this kind of work. 5% is getting me there. Yeah, I think it's just us three in the chat now. A little bit. You know, I definitely feel like my body temperature has increased. It's kind of a cool night here in Portland. And now I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm doing all right. Got a poop hat on. All right, let's get this guy. The party. We'll get passed out how in the party. Oh, Callie, you're still here. You're still hanging out. This is yeah. He's so tired. I mean, just look at how tired that face is. He's like, don't make me look where I don't want to. All right, buddy. Yeah, would you guys be down to do a Zoom chat? Yeah, he always does. Just look at him. Let me go. Because if anybody wanted to do Zoom chat, I think we can get somebody. He's tired. He's out. He's pissed because he thinks this is his toy, and it's gonna be his toy because I don't see like many situations in the future where I'm gonna require a poop hat. So you know he's gonna. This is gonna get chewed up by him when this is over. But you missed it, Cody. When I first got this hat out, he was sitting next to me like, "I'm gonna take that off your head now. This is mine. That's soft. It's big. That means it's mine." Oh yeah. How long can you hang out? Kind of depends on the people in the house, probably a little bit. Callie, do you want to check with anybody at Nightworms? Oh, thanks, Kevin. All right, yeah, love you, buddy. All right, buddy. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing well. Say hi to Michelle for me again. Yeah, yeah. If Callie, if you wanna check and see if anybody can set it up, I'll drop. I think it's just you need an email invite, right? Like if anybody wants to invite me. But I would love to. I would love to transition from me being like the center of attention because I feel like that's gone on long enough. You know. Perfect. So I'll send my email on Nightworms here. So if anybody just sends me an invite, I can hop in. Night, Kevin. Stay safe, buddy. If you're still there, give Michelle a hug. I know I don't know her, but I'm happy. I'm happy for you. All right, sorry, Cody. Came in and things were like a little bit winding down, partially because I overestimated myself. But you missed me talking about Grady Hendrix. I talked about Grady Hendrix a whole bunch. Because I got horror story, loving it. But hey, I'm glad you could pop by, man. Thank you. Hope your night is smooth, and I'm sure I'll hit you up later. Talk about these shenanigans going on in our country right now. You know, there's a lot of them. But yeah, it's been fun, y'all. If y'all know me, if you want to get a hold of me, I'll sign off here. And then anybody, yeah, we'll do the Zoom for anybody who's interested. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to my thing. It means a lot to me, guys. I appreciate it. All right.